Hello and welcome to this short stretch video, perfect if you've just finished a workout. So let's come to start onto your mat, at the back of your mat, with forehead to the floor and into child pose. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, let it go from the mouth. And just take this moment. It's a real nice recovery pose if you have literally just finished your workout. So catch your breath and just allow this very gentle spine stretch. And then let's start to deepen this. Take your arms in front of you, stretch really long, and maybe it feels nice for you to lift up through the fingers. Might mean that the forehead doesn't come to the floor, but that's okay. And you should feel a real nice stretch all the way down, side body, also into the spine. And try and keep your sit bones grounded. And then let's walk the hands off to the left. And potentially right hand could stack on top of the left. If that feels too much, keep the hands apart. And feel how that stretch comes all the way down the underside of your arm, almost through and across your armpit. Breathing, opening into the right side ribs. And then let's move over to the second side. So big reach, again, maybe hands apart, maybe left hand stacks on top of right. And there's a feeling of engagement in the arms, so try not to just collapse the arms by lifting the elbows up and away. It's a real nice active stretch, which means you'll be able to squeeze a little bit more out of it than if you were passive. Just letting the heart rate, the breath settle. And then walk yourself back to center, and let's just come straight down onto the belly. So reach right hand behind you, grab that foot coming into your prone quad stretch. Heel draws towards the seat here, right knee lengthens away. And there's a tiny bit of tucking and lengthening your pubic bone. That should help you feel a stretch if you're not feeling anything at all. Feels so nice to release the quads, particularly if you have done a lot of lunges or squats in your workout. And those exercises tend to sneak in quite a lot to any form of workout, really. Yoga, we bring in a lot of lunges and lunges and squats. So this quad stretch is so nice, just to ease some of that tightness, that soreness out. And then release. Let's have a feel second side. Switch, change. Should also hopefully feel a stretch through that shoulder as you grab for the leg. Again, try and make each stretch we come into today as active as you can. So actively lengthen tailbone, actively push the kneecap away. Breath nice and full, so fuel the body here with its stretches. And if you wish to have a feel for both hands grabbing ankle, you could. Forehead to the floor, maybe you flex the feet to feel like you get a little bit more grip. Again, super nice in the shoulders as well. And then let's slowly release and take the hands a little bit forwards of the shoulders up onto fingertips. Gives you a little bit more space. Let's start to stretch out the back. So coming into a cobra pose, and it really doesn't have to be high. If you are tighter of the spine, you might take your lifts really small, just almost peeling your chest off the floor. If you have a little bit more openness, then of course you can play with coming up a little further, but very much listen to your body. So again, inhale and rolling those shoulders back, squeezing shoulders back, and release. Let's take another one with fingertips. Nice and long through the back of the neck here. and release. And then let's bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Again, shoulders roll back, breath in. And in this version, you might not come up quite so high. And there's the tendency for people to feel like the aim of the game is to come up high. But if that brings in this feeling of you crunching shoulders up to ears, then, you know, don't come anywhere near that high. Just come very small. Couple more. Let's take one more. And then let's lift up, transition into the lovely downward facing dog. So just double check, hands are shoulder distance apart. And so even though, yes, you know, this is very much a yoga pose, but as a stretch pose, it is so good for the calves and whole back body. So drive each heel into the floor. Of course, there is engagement into the upper body. So if you are super tired of upper body and this feels a little bit too much, you could instead just have hands to the wall or a sofa and just pedal out the feet from there. Let's take a couple more. Keep driving that heel down. Doesn't matter if it touches the earth or not. And then walk the feet hip distance apart. Knees can be soft to help you lengthen the spine. And then let's get off those shoulders into your forward fold. Cup your elbows, drop the weight of your head. And feel that lovely stretch. You're getting into your hamstrings now. Still, of course, spine. If you like the feeling of swaying from side to side, then invite that gentle movement into the body. Couple more. And then stay in your fold, but just let the arms collapse and you know, let the shoulders drop heavy to the floor. And then let's slowly roll up. So just keep your belly nice and strong through your legs so you feel that you're really activated and supported through the lower body. And then when you get to the top, roll those shoulders back and just take a couple of shoulder rolls. Before we start working into interlaced work, let's just warm up a little bit through the shoulder joint, particularly if you've just done weights. You tend to find that your shoulder feels like it gets stuck in this slightly rounded forwards position, but we really want to roll and open this back. So let's start gently. Just cup your elbows behind your back here. If that feels too much, just hold your wrists. And pause, stand tall, doing nothing other than grounding feet into the floor, lifting up the chest and feeling that nice stretch through the chest and shoulders. If this feels nice and you wish to intensify it, then let's drop all the way forwards. Crown of the head searches for the floor. Shoulders now lift up and away from the floor, just to keep that connection of the shoulder stretch on. Soft knees, you can pedal out through the legs if that feels good. Take one more inhale and exhale in this shape. And then slowly roll back up. Take a moment to unwind the bind. Have a feel. Do shoulders feel okay? Again, maybe you take a couple of shoulder rolls just to ease that out. And then taking that pose one more time, that stretch one more time. If you wish to intensify through the shoulders, then you can take the interlaced version. So fingers interlace, get a squeeze and squeeze the shoulders back, lift up through the chest. See if that feels okay standing up. If it does and you wish to, again, bring it to a slightly deeper level, then tip it into your forward fold. Back of the neck is heavy. So there's nothing held in the upper body at all. We're not trying to look forwards. We're trying to drop and relax that head as much as you can. So such a nice one for the shoulders. Feels so good. Deep breath out, let it go. To slowly come up, maybe keeping that interlace right till the very last minute if you can. And then again, gentle release, hands to the lower back, then unclasp. And then once again, final time, you take a couple of shoulder rolls. Circling arms forwards as well, just feels nice. Just to let that stretch out of the body, move it out. And then take a step to the wide edge of your mat. Take a deep breath in, hinge forwards and release, let it go. If hands don't quite touch the floor, that's okay. Bring hands to the waist, or even hands to back of legs, or even hands to a block. A few more breaths. Little sways forwards and back. Should feel this still in the hamstrings, but getting into inner thighs a little bit more here now. One more inhale and exhale. To slowly turn to the front of your mat and come to bring knees down. And let's come and move into an outer hip stretch. Come to bring that left shin forwards. I've created a 90-degree angle with thigh and shin. Take a deep breath in and fold forwards right into the middle of your shin bone if you can. And then in goes that outer hip stretch. You should also feel this right into the glute muscle as well. And it's one of those stretches you feel like you could just sit in for a very long time. Take a few more breaths. Just make sure, if you can, this foot is flexed, just so you've got a nice alignment with foot to ankle, ankle to knee. And then lift up and let's have a feel second side. 90-90 with that right leg. Deep breath in, deep breath out. A little bit of a drive here into that outer arm just to keep you very much into the stretch. Two more breaths. So just giving your body time to settle into the stretch, and again, in your own time, take all of these for much longer if you can. To lift up. Let's finish with a seated twist. Extend your right leg out, left foot to the outer right leg, and turn and twist towards the left. So getting really tall through front spine, back of the spine. Also, you should feel a nice stretch through that back shoulder. To come to center, let's go second side. Right foot to outer left, sit nice and tall, right up onto that pelvis, right hand behind you. Think pull and twist and rotate from your belly. So it's almost an action of, if you think of a wet tea towel that you're wringing out, that's how you want to feel this twist starts from. So right from the belly button, you're rinsing from the middle and then letting your spine twist and elongate from there. One more breath in and out. And then return to center. Come into any seated position. Roll those shoulders back, and well done. You are done. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you.